Boy, aren't things getting bad. Hey everybody, it's the Recovering Adventists come to you today. Oh, yeah, things are just terrible. Things are just terrible. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe. I'm having the time of my life here. Reaching out to you folks. This is kind of interesting. Yes, things are bad. Bad. You know, just all the evidence out there, and fossils, and geology, and what's happening in biotech. It's just things are so bad. And the sin has just gone up exponentially. Oh boy, you know, things were so much better 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know if we should even have children of this day and age. We've all heard it before. Yeah. I generally don't hang out with a bunch of Adventists. It's not who I want to associate with. I spent a weekend with a family deal. It was a family reunion. Everybody started off life as an Adventist. Some others choose to embrace other Christian religions. Others did not. A big kick about it. I got out of this. I've just got to add this, even though it's kind of off topic, is consumption of Jell-O. And this was a family get together, and the consumption of Jell-O. Yes, there was a Jell-O salad-like dish there, and it was interesting to see who ate it. If you don't know this, gelatin is made up of basically out of animal bones. They're non-discriminate. Therefore, most of the Jell-O you buy in the store, unless it's got a kosher K on it, kosher, Jewish dietary standards, you're eating pork. And it brings back a memory of mine, back to when I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, and we were going to a similar function, and one of my aunts, who ate some Jell-O at this most recent deal, told me not to eat any of the beans, because there were non-Adventist members in our family that thought it would be funny if they brought to this potluck type family reunion dinner pork and beans instead of the vegetarian style of beans, and tricking the Adventists into eating that. They take it out of the can, put it in a little Tupperware thing, here's some beans. So don't eat the beans, kid, because it might be pork and beans. But there was no warning over eating the Jell-O. At all. Hey, they love their Jell-O. Not quite as much as the Mormons do. The Mormons, if you've never looked this one up, the state of Utah has the highest per capita sales of Jell-O in the nation. That's an old one. It may not be true anymore, but 20, 30 years ago it was true, and it was funny. So anything, back on the topic, things are getting so bad. Just the conversations at this reunion, oh, how terrible things are. It's the end of days. The end is near. People have been saying this stuff for the last 150 years. Oh, it's close. And in geologic time, yeah. It is probably pretty close. I mean, we're technically in the middle of the sixth great extinction. Human caused or not, it's not what you believe or what you know. Human caused climate change is human caused. It's real. It's real. And we know from the study of geology and ocean core samples that in the last 2.6 million years, there have been 33 glaciation periods, at least 33, where the entire planet didn't become a snowball, but climate change is a natural Earth cycle. That being said, we are accelerating that natural Earth cycle. And in the long term, once we heat this place up and get it hot enough, there's going to be some bad stuff that gets released out of the oceans, and it's going to make it toxic. When the human species probably will not survive that. And it will be followed by another interglacial period. So how does that sound? It's going to get hot, and then it's going to get cold. But it's going to take a really long time for this to happen. And we do have opportunity to turn things around and change things. Even if we were able to cut down on methane and carbon dioxide releases into the atmosphere today, things would continue to warm gradually. This is something that's going to happen over multiple generations. So send your kids to public school. Make sure they have their heads up, and maybe we can get through this thing. So yeah, actually things are getting bad, but not in the way that they think they're getting bad. They think that things are getting bad, that they're going to get persecuted, Muslims are going to take over, the Catholics are going to take over, they're going to have to go to church on Sundays. Things are getting bad. They're going to have to eat stuff they don't want to eat. They're going to have to get the mark of the beast. Laughable, but it's also it's very sad. These people actually believe this, and the science evidence just doesn't seem to move them. So yeah, things are getting bad. I've been hearing that my whole life, and you hear these 90-year-olds going around, oh, things are getting really bad, and all they're doing is mimicking what their parents and grandparents told them. So, yeah, I think things are pretty rad right now, actually. I mean, we're shooting stuff into space. We're seriously trying to get to Mars and colonize Mars. We understand a whole lot more about what's going on than we did even 10 years ago or 20 years ago. I should have done this with the COVID episode, but you're going to get it here. One of the things I found with COVID, or that happened when COVID came along, was I found I had a lot of free time, and I came to the realization that the education I had received wasn't very good. And a lot of the stuff that I had learned, I'd forgotten. I did attend public community college and a public university and received degrees in those systems. But, something like biology, because I had taken biology in high school, or I didn't go to high school, I went to an academy. Not an Adventist academy, but a Christian academy. And so I was also of the mindset that, I've already learned that. I don't need to learn any more. I know everything there is to know about something. So I never took biology in college. I did take a lot of sciences. But when COVID came around, I thought, well, maybe it's time to re-educate myself. And so I did some online YouTube video education. I ended up taking a bunch of classes. The free ones. I don't have the deep pockets to get degrees. I wish I did. A master's degree and a PhD would be a mountain I would want to climb right now. Geology, physics. I'd taken physics in college, but that was a good refresher. Linguistics. That was eye-opening. Linguistics. If you have never taken a linguistic class, I strongly recommend it. I took a lot of economics in college. I was kind of a business-related major. So I didn't retake another economic class. I took world history, U.S. history. What else? Movie production. I took a couple of classes on film. Imagine that. Taking classes on film, the forbidden topics. Those, don't even consider going there as a career type of things, because you will never be successful at it. Never learn how to play the drums, because only rock and roll bands play drums, and you'll end up working in bars for your living. It's just batshit crazy. It's just batshit crazy. So yeah, everything is getting so bad. Coming up, as a young kid, there were so many things you were told not to do, and so many jobs and occupations that were either male or female. It was just ridiculous. And I can't say that I wish I was younger, but I kind of do. I wish I was maybe 15 or 16 years old right now, and living in an area of the country that is not so conservative. I think the opportunities are boundless. You look at somebody that wants to get into television and the movies. Well, you don't have to be an actor. There are all sorts of jobs in those industries. I mean, all sorts. You can be a camera person, you can light, sound engineer, electrician. I mean, it's the type of job you could walk into a studio the day you graduated from high school and go, I'm interested, start me off scrubbing toilets. And I want to learn. In approaching a job with that attitude, you do okay. And maybe you're not going to be a movie star. Maybe you would be. You never know. That might be what you're talented at. But you would have a shot to be a part of that industry and to make these things happen. And the Seventh-day Adventists, the Christians, they don't see that at all. You want to be a baseball player. You'll never be a very good baseball player. It's just too hard. You'll never be able to make a living at it, blah, blah, blah. Well, some people really love it. And, yeah, there are a lot of people that dedicate their lives to something that do struggle their whole lives. They don't make a big fat living, but they make an honest living. And they have a good time doing it. What's wrong with that? What the fuck is wrong with that? Nothing. I'm pissed. I'm kind of pissed. If you can't tell. Baseball, for instance. You get past player age, maybe, you played in the minor leagues, become a coach. Maybe you get the credentials to be a teacher, and you coach at the high school level. You're still involved. They're minor league teams. You can become a sports agent. You can sell tickets. You can be a groundskeeper. You can pick up garbage at the stadium. Okay? Okay. Boy, things are getting bad. No, things are getting better. Things are getting better. Kids today have more opportunities than kids ever have before. And parents don't need to go around limiting children's options artificially by putting them in these batshit crazy schools and teaching them that faith is reality and that 2 plus 2 equals anything but 4. That's not reality, folks. Teach these kids reality. And life is kind of hard. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. I love you. Please like and subscribe and continue to follow. Thank you.